Coming up on the Sports Desk, the Saxons host the Spartans in boys volleyball, and 3 is not the magic number for South, but rather 23. And speaking of South, the school's baseball field has a brand new name. Plus, North and West open league play on the softball diamond. We'll have all this and so much more. The Sports Desk begins right now. Welcome, everyone, to the only sports show designed with the Torrance sports fan in mind. We are The Desk. Thanks for stopping by. We've got plenty to talk about this week, but before we do that, let's do this. Don't forget to connect with us on social media. Show us some love on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share your videos and photos with us. And don't forget to give us some ideas for future stories. By all means, you tag us when posting on social media, and we'll be sure to do the same. All right, here's a question for you, and it's a pretty good one. Is there a team right now in the Pioneer League that can stop the juggernaut known as South High Boys Volleyball? The undefeated Spartans have only dropped a total of 5 sets this entire season, which means most of their wins are typically shutouts. The Spartans are currently ranked 3rd in the nation, and they were visiting the Saxons of North High, who are searching for their first league win of the season. Could North be the team that ends South's perfect season? The answer lies within these highlights. First set, Spartans in the near court here serving. They're up 11-3 at this point. Cole Koosh sets up Gunnar Bryden, and he's doing it Big Killy style. Spartans take a comfortable 9-point lead. Saxons answer back, though. Check out Garrett Marzo at the net. He sticks it past Patrick Faluna and Max Lasone right there. North trying to cut into South's lead, but that lead would grow. Luke Kurzmarzik, the explosive kill. Look out. Spartans take the first set by the score of 25-13. Second set now, South in the far court. Sam Philippopoulos right here serving. Andrew Pasquale for North. Gets it over the net, but Tyler Demich right there stuffs it back over for South, and the Spartans win the second set 25-12. Third set, North within 2. Jackson Truitt, he slams it home there. Saxons within 1. Spartans up 4 now with Lawler serving. Will Lawler. And let's check out Gunnar Bryden. He goes up for the fake. Michael Faluna punches it in. That's fancy. Spartans getting their groove back. If you like fancy, we got more fancy. Gunnar Bryden, don't you fake it till you make it. Luke Kurzmarzik with the killjoy. Spartans win the third set 25-15. They complete the sweep, winning 3-zip. If you're keeping score, this is South's 23rd straight victory. Wow. Elsewhere in boys volleyball, West High improved to 10-8, 3-1 in league with a 3-1 victory over Torrance. The Tartars fall to 7-9, 2-2 in the Pioneer League. Bishop Montgomery loses to La Jolla in pool play at the Chick-fil-A Invitational. The Knights drop to 9-8 on the season. Ambassador loses a heartbreaker to Wiseburn Da Vinci. Lions fall to 11-5, 3-1 in league play. All right, the El Camino College men's volleyball team put up a fight in their regular season finale. The Warriors wrapped up the season with a visit to undefeated Long Beach City College. And as you can see, the Vikings remain undefeated. Elko pushed it to a 4th set but couldn't complete the comeback. Matthew Donatucci led the Warriors with 20 kills. Joseph Seco, he added 37 helpers. Elko finishes the regular season 10-6, 3-3 in conference. Now, right now, the Warriors are waiting to see who they'll face in the California Community College postseason tournament. Cool stuff. All right. The El Camino women's beach volleyball team also lost their regular season finale to Long Beach. How ironic. The Warriors finished the regular season 13-5, 3-3 in conference. But the season isn't over, though. The South Coast Conference Tournament is up next for the Warriors. All right, the West High softball team has only lost twice this season. The Warriors are ranked 14th in the state, 31st in the country, and they were riding a 10-game win streak heading into their recent game with North High. The Saxons, by the way, had won 4 of their last 5, so it's a good old-fashioned Pioneer League showdown between bitter rivals North and West, which means we're going straight to the Sports Desk Highlights Lab now, and that's where Cedric Welton is going to break this one down for us. C-Dubs, what you got over there?
This Pioneer League opener was a duel between 2 of the South Bay's top pitchers, and these 2 teams are a lot more closely matched than one would think. In the end, it was the Lady Warriors, once again showing why they're the top dogs.
Top of the first inning, Saxons strike early with a single to center field, gets a runner to home plate in the nick of time, scores 1-0. Bottom of the third, Summer Kissling pops one up and the sun prevents North from catching it. She gets a single. Same inning, Brianna McGee at bat, and Summer decides to steal second, and North errors at second base. So she's off to third and coming home for a close finish, and she's safe and ties the score at 1 apiece. Bottom of the fourth, Becca Chung levels one to right field for a single, which started a chain of events. Kaylee Samora down the middle. Looks like an easy out, but North errors. She's safe, gets an RBI, scores now 2-1. Summer at bat again, and check this out. She hits this one off the fence for a double. Samora and Micah Ingles run home to extend the score to 4-1. Ingles back at bat, and she hammers one to center field. Enough that Summer goes for home. Another close call, and she's safe. The score is now 5-1. The Warriors came alive in the fourth, but the Saxons were not done. Off of Miley Newman's pitch, a home run was hit, and the Saxons have life. The score is now 5-2. Did I mention the Saxons had life? Another home run, and that's back-to-back for North as they cut the lead to 5-3. The Lady Warriors then buckled down and kept composure to close this one out for a final score of 5-3.
Add another W to the win column for the Lady Warriors as the win streak extends to 11 and they take the league opener. Reporting from the Sports Desk Highlights Lab, I'm Cedric Welton for the Sports Desk.
Cedric, thanks. Both schools were back in action after playing each other. The Warriors have now won 12 straight. They beat Miracosta 3-2, improving to 19-2 on the season. As for the Saxons, they lost to Sonora by the final of 7-1. North is now 13-8 on the season. All right, it's pretty safe to say the Tartars and Spartans were just straight wilding out in their Pioneer League matchup. This game was straight bananas. The schools went 9 innings and combined for a total of 35 hits. Torrance wrapped out 20 hits, South 15. So if you like hits and runs, this was the game for you. The Spartans hoping to go 2-0 in league play. For the Tartars, this was their league opener. Tartars waste no time. Top of the first, Maddie Serpa right there at the dish, and she smacks this offering past the glove of Taylor Kuglin at first, and that would score Jennifer Liu from second. 1-0 Tartars. Top of the second inning, same score. Jennifer Liu is at the dish, and she's getting it done again. Liu smashes this offering into deep right center. Nicole Nash is on her horse from first, and she's going to be safe at the dish. It's an RBI triple for Liu. 2-0 Tartars. Bottom half of the inning, Spartans catch fire. Sam Kiwatowski, the freshman, ties the game up at 2 with an RBI double to deep right field. Tuesday, Kuglin scores from second. Kiwatowski went 5 for 6 with 2 ribs and 2 runs. Same inning, it's now 4-2 Spartans. Another freshman sensation at the plate, Sierra Daly, and she crushes that pitch right there into center field. Reagan Walsh and Alyssa Podherchik score. Daly finished with 2 hits and 2 ribs. South up 6-2. That lead wouldn't last, though. We moved to the 5th inning. It's Jennifer Liu again for the Tartars. This time, she lays the butt down to perfection right there. Ariana Flores scores from third. Tartars would take the lead back. They're up 6-5 now. This one went a total of 9 innings, and Sofia Fernandez was the hero for South. She had 3 hits on the day. none bigger than the game-winning RBI double, not pictured. Fernandez went the distance to pick up the win. She also recorded 7 strikeouts in this puppy. South wins a wild one in 9 innings, like I said, by the final of 11-10. El Camino's Diamond Lewis was back on the diamond recently. This time, though, it was at historic Dodger Stadium. The Warriors softball phenom towed the rubber at Dodger Stadium and threw out the ceremonial first pitch before a recent home game against the Oakland A's. Check out this cell phone video right here. There she is, repping El Camino, Diamond Lewis right there. Now, watch the pitch. Nice job. Wow, what an arm. That's an incredible experience for Lewis, as you can imagine. Dodgers RBI is the organization that made this happen. Congrats to Diamond. Well deserved. All right, as for Diamond's team, El Camino College, their 12-game win streak was snapped recently when Lewis and her Warriors visit Palomar College. Warriors scored 4 runs on 4 hits. Palomar scored 11 runs on 15 hits. Elko is now 27-7 overall, but still a perfect 9-0 in conference play. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout, but whatever you do, don't go anywhere because you won't want to miss this. Coming up next, we're going to take you to a special ribbon-cutting ceremony at South Torrance High School. And we'll tell you how the Spartans baseball team made out against El Segundo. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk, everyone. Remember to follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Share your story ideas, post your photos and videos. We want to hear from you, Torrance. After all, this is your show, so be sure to get involved. All right, in back-to-back games against Pioneer League foe Lusinger, the South High baseball team scored a total of 25 runs while giving up just 1 run. Needless to say, the Spartans have been locked in as of late. They had won 3 in a row before their recent contest with El Segundo. Could they make it 4 straight? Danny Miskell has our answer.
Thanks, AJ. The Spartans knew that the Eagles were going to be a competitive team to beat today, and this game was nothing short of interesting. We saw the catcher Dawson Hokoff throw his mitt off and catch the ball with his bare hand to get the out at home plate. Then we saw Chris Wada get himself into a pickle at the bottom of the 5th inning, and we were tied 4-4 going into the bottom of the 7th, and the bases were loaded. Fortunately for us, the Eagles pitching was a little wobbly, so all we had to do was have Jillian Huerta walk on home, and we took today's W. We pick up at the top of the 3rd, Eagles at bat. The score's 2-1 Spartans. Javin Fish is on the mound, and he's in a bases-loaded jam. Matt Romero knocks it past 3rd base, and the Spartans commit this fielding error, allowing 2 more runs. The score is now 3-2 Eagles, and the Spartans now bring out Ryan Murphy to pitch.
Yeah, Javin had a great start. I mean, I told him, I said, look, give us a good 2 to 3 innings. That's his mindset. That was your mindset. And the first 2 innings were fantastic. But we wanted to be in a spot to where Ryan Murphy could give us some innings and then get to the end and have a chance to win.
Well, in the bullpen, nothing was really working for me, but I told my catcher Dawson, I said, once I get in the game, everything's gonna work. Just let it flow. So I got in the game. Curveball was working good, fastballs, everything.
And this was also working for Javin. Top of the 5th, he's on first, and Kevin Ishimaru is at the plate. He hits this nice triple into the gap in left center, and Javin rounds out the bases to tie the score at 3.
I was just looking for a fastball. I knew he was going to give that to me, and there were 2 outs, so I knew how to get Javin at least in scoring position, so then we could score. But he scored on that, so it was pretty cool.
East now on 3rd, and Chris Wada walks to 1st. McLernan at bat, he doesn't swing, but catcher Brandon Casillas throws it to 2nd to get Wada out with the steal, and he's caught in a pickle. The rundown serves as a major distraction. Eagles get Wada out, but East steals home, and now the Spartans lead 4-3.
Well, we had missed the one before, You know, that same situation presented itself, I believe, an inning or two earlier, and they threw the ball through to second base. And so, you know, we had 2 strikes on us, and the percentages of us kind of getting a hit right there went down, and I thought, you know, let's kind of create something like we did the other time. But at this time, let's go ahead and send Ish.
Bottom of the 6th, we just need to give Dawson Hokoff some credit right here. Ethan Berner bunts and pops it straight up. Hokoff throws his helmet and catches the ball with his bare hand. Well done, sir. Bottom of the 7th, Josh Scheck's at the plate and the bases are loaded. The count is 2-2. Ethan Berner throws it outside the box and walks Scheck, which pushes Julian Huerta home, and that's ball game. Spartans win 5-4. South finishes with 13 hits, and El Segundo finishes with 7. Kevin Ishimaru was 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Ryan Murphy pitched 3 2/3, allowing 1 run. Coach Grady says that today was a great day for South's program. They feel very fortunate to have taken this sweet victory on the day they dedicated the field to Jerry McIlvaine to honor his legacy. And things are looking promising for the Spartans. They head into league play next week. Reporting from now the Jerry McIlvaine Field, I'm Danny Miskell with the Sports Desk.
Perfect transition, because before that game took place at South High School, there was a special ceremony right there on the field honoring a legendary coach and decorated member of the Torrance community. Here again is Danny Miskell.
The Spartan baseball field will have a new name from this day forward. It's now going to be known as the McIlvaine Field, in honor of the late Jerry McIlvaine, who was a pillar in the South Bay athletics program and one of the most influential coaches here at South High. In today's ceremony to dedicate the field, we saw some traditional ribbon cutting, a plaque presentation, and the McIlvaine family was present, with Jerry's grandsons throwing out the first pitch.
He's probably right now looking down on us and saying, man, this should have happened 5 years ago. The only thing that mattered to him was students. If you did something good, you got a little crunch bar, like just different things. He would he wanted to connect with them in such a way that they left South High and school with the best experiences possible.
This is just such an honor I know that he would be incredibly pleased, and he did give, this was one of his loves, baseball, and he loved, you know, the sport, he loved all the community, and what an honor.
Jerry McIlvaine started with South High when the school opened in 1958. He pioneered the next 50 years for their athletic club, 20 of which he coached baseball. He was also president of the South Bay Athletics Club and founder of the All-Stars program. So when Coach Zane Grady was approached with the idea to name the field after him, he was all on board.
You know, there was certainly some talk after McIlvaine passed and we had the memorial. You know, there was some people that approached me and said, hey, what do you think about naming the field after Coach Jerry McIlvaine? I said, you know what, that sounds like a fantastic idea. And then we just, the principal and I went to the board and presented them with the, with our case really to name the field Jerry McIlvaine Field. And they were in 100% support. Yeah. And so we got that support and just had to really find, the perfect day to do it. And today ended up being that.
And by perfect, he means it was all planned out to have it on a day when South would play ball against rivals El Segundo. And that would have meant a lot to Jerry.
For many years, as my dad was the coach here at South, a man named John Stevenson was the coach at El Segundo for many, many years, and they had a really good friendship, and so they had this fun rivalry all the time. And I think it's not a coincidence that this was done at a game between South and El Segundo.
There is no coincidence because Jerry left quite the legacy. There were articles from the Daily Breeze in 1979 when he was named Coach of the Year. Pictures from '84 when South won the CIF championship. And there were countless stories going around about Jerry. His family was so grateful to share the memory of their dad with everyone who came out.
I think it is going to mean a lot to all the many players that have come through before. Like I had a couple friends here today that played, many years ago, and they still wanted to stop by and see the ceremony. So I just think it's going to resonate with a lot of the players from the past because there's so many years. So
I would like to thank Coach Grady, and for him to put this together was so thoughtful, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. And his help on the board, the Bargers, that helped, any of the Bargers that helped, and whomever else, just did a wonderful thing to make this happen.
McElveen Field is officially the first facility at South to be named after anyone. And this arc right here was even made by South's very own woodshop. And one more honor Jerry would have loved is that his field joins a rare group of dedicated sports grounds in Torrance, with Zamperini Field, Kendall Field, and Fred Peterson Stadium.
Often people do really great things in their community or in life, and it kind of goes, sometimes it can fall away, you know, and when something's dedicated and the name's there, it keeps the conversation going and it keeps stories going, and my dad definitely deserves that.
I think that the name McElvain, people come to South would just understand what they're getting. They're not just getting a baseball program, they're getting an experience. From freshmen to seniors, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what level you are. You've gotten that experience partly and majority because of him. He set the foundation for everybody, and their future.
Reporting from McElveen Field, I'm Danny Miskell with the Sports Desk.
Great stuff, Danny. Thanks. Let's take a look at some baseball scores now. The Tartars get a huge win at Miracosta. They've now won 6 straight and are 16-2 overall. West won their 3rd straight, and they did it with an ocean view. Those are my 2 favorite words in the English language, by the way, next to free pizza. Warriors are now 9-9 on the season. The Saxons end their 2-game losing skid with a win at Lakewood. They improve to 9-7. Bishop Montgomery falls to Cantwell Sacred Heart on the road. They're now 6-10 overall. And El Camino drops to 21-14 overall, 10-7 in conference, with a 7-3 loss at Long Beach City College. National Signing Day took place recently. That's, of course, the day when high school student athletes sign the dotted line with the college programs of their choice. As you can imagine, lots of area athletes will be playing sports at the collegiate level next season. And now it's time to strike up the SportsDesk band as we give you a taste of who's going where. Hit it, boys. And as you can see, Maylee Newman, one of the softball players from West Torrance. Look at that, going to Idaho State. Ira Moore going to Alfred University there in upstate New York. From Bishop, look at that, we got Alexandria FIFER going to LMU, staying close to home. So too is Jamie Garvey. From North right there, one player, Kendra, good luck to you. Carolyn Vimoso going to Emerson College to play volleyball. Awesome. Baseball, it's Corey Caldwell from Bishop going to George Fox University. Keanu, University of Hawaii, I'm jealous. And girls soccer here, a couple of Bishop players. Emerson College, pretty popular. Cross country, got to get them in. Rory going to Cal State Chico, very nice. All right, congrats to all and best of luck next season. All right, we are going to take another quick timeout here on the Sports Desk, so don't move a muscle. Still to come, it's championship time in college diving. Who's going to rule the pool? You're about to find out. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Sports Desk, everyone. The State JUCO Diving Championships were held at El Camino College recently. Ryan Steck was Elko's top finisher in the 3-meter. He took 3rd place in the South Coast Conference. Teammate Steven Enriquez took 5th place in the 1-meter, but it would be the ladies of El Camino College who stole the show at ECC Pool. They were getting the job done. El Camino's Jean Liu discussing some strategies with some of the other competitors beforehand. Her teammates, Athena Katsouridis and Anna Ishizawa, looking on. First up for the Warriors in round number 1, the aforementioned Katsouridis, and she executes the reverse dive pike. Check this out. Nicely done. Coming up is Anna Ishizawa. She's also, of course, from El Camino and also doing the reverse dive pike. Very nice. Closing out round numero uno for Elko is Jean Liu, and she executes the inward 1.5 tuck to perfection. Wow. Let's go to round 2. Athena Katsouridis returns for the back 1.5 tuck. And she is in the zone, people. Bang! Very nice. Ishizawa, her next move is the forward 1.5 pike. And that is straight splash, homie. And how about Jean Liu now? She's going to execute the back 1.5 tuck. Very good. The scores have been decent up until this point for all of the Elko competitors. Katsouridis is the South Coast Conference champion, everyone, on the 1 and 3 meter. And she finishes in 5th place overall in the 3 meter and 6th place in the 1 meter. That is awesome. Now, as for teammate Jean Liu, she finished in 6th place in the 3 meter and 7th place in the 1 meter. Now, both Liu and Katsouridis qualified for the state championship in May. Now, Ishizawa finishes as a first alternate for the state tourney on the 3 meter board. Congrats to all of the ladies who competed, and kudos to El Camino College for hosting this event. They did an amazing job. As always, great stuff. And before we leave you, 'tis the season for those popular pitch, hit, and run competitions. And as you know, Torrance always has a group of talented competitors each and every season, some of whom have made it all the way to the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Danny Miskell will have a full report on this for next week's episode, but for now, here's a sample of what you can expect.
Thanks, AJ. I'm here at the North Torrance Little League for the annual Pitch, Hit, and Run event. These guys have all been playing ball together since they were 6 years old, since T-ball, right? Yeah. So now they're all here and they're trying to qualify to go to All-Stars. So let's ask these guys what's going on here today. Can you tell me what's the most fun part about being here today?
Hitting, for sure. Because it's a lot of competition and who can hit it the farthest and closest to the line.
Yeah. And what's your highest points that you've gotten so far?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. All right. How about for you?
163.5.
Oh, and how did you get that?
Years of practice.
What do you love most about being here today?
Hitting.
Hitting. I guess everyone loves hitting. Hitting's the best part. Running. We have one guy for running. And one of the guys even mentioned that the snack bar is the best part of today. There's donuts, there's great food. Yeah. All right, so you're going to want to stay tuned to next week's episode because we're going to have the full story on how Pitch, Hit, and Run went today. Back to you, AJ.
Danny's future is so bright, she had to wear shades. Thank you, Danny. Cool stuff. All right, that does it for this week's edition of the Sports Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your support. My name is AJ Vittone, and I've seen, heard, and said enough for 1 week. We'll continue this conversation again next week, I promise. Until then, don't forget to follow the Sports Desk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and remember, you can email us as well. We'd love to hear from you. That's all the time we have, sports fans. We'll catch you next time right here on the Sports Desk.